a further executive session. We have been in one for personnel. Additions to the agenda. Number 5, collective bargaining agreement. It's recommended collective bargaining agreement between Shenango Area School District and the Shenango Area Education Association, effective September 1st, 2012 through August 31st, 2016, be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Glass, second by Mrs. Polkovich. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Okay, I have a letter from Mr. Thomas. Eugene M. Thomas has announced his resignation as Superintendent of Schools for Shenango Area School District. On behalf of the entire district, the board expresses its sincere appreciation to Mr. Thomas for his efforts while serving as superintendent of this great school district and its wonderful students, parents, and staff, and for the many achievements and accomplishments of the entire district team during Mr. Thomas's tenure as superintendent. Mr. Thomas thanks the present and past board for providing him with the opportunity to serve in the Shenango Area School District. The district is measured by the commitment of the board, staff, and community to its children and their achievement. The district is indeed so committed. Mr. Thomas would like to express his heartfelt appreciation to the staff and community for their support of the district's programs and service during his term as superintendent. Success requires hard work, dedication, leadership, and vision. The board and Mr. Thomas wish to acknowledge and recognize the staff, students, parents, and patrons who have all contributed to the district's success. The board would like to thank Mr. Thomas for his contributions to our exemplary district and to extend its best wishes to Mr. Thomas in his future endeavors. On his part, the board will soon begin its search for a new superintendent to avoid and minimize any disruptions in the district's operations. That being read, it's recommended the board accept the resignation of Eugene M. Thomas as superintendent of Shenango Area School District, dated April 4th, 2012, and effective at 11:59 p.m., April 9th, 2012.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Martin, second by Mrs. Polkovich. Would you take roll?
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mrs. Polkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Angelucci?
Yes.
Mr. Biasucci?
Yes.
Mr. Gause?
Yes.
Mr. Glass?
Yes.
Mr. Manolis?
Yes.
Mr. Senko?
Yes.
Mr. Burek?
Yes. It is recommended the voluntary separation agreement and release dated April 6, 2012, and executed by Eugene M. Thomas, Superintendent of Shenango Area School District, be approved by the Shenango Area Board, and its President of the Board be directed to execute the agreement on behalf of the Board.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Senko, second by Mr. Biasucci. Would you take roll?
Mr. Senko?
Yes.
Mr. Biasucci?
Yes.
Mr. Glass?
Yes.
Mr. Gause?
Yes.
Mrs. Polkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Manolis?
Yes.
Mr. Angelucci?
Yes.
Mr. Burek?
Yes. It is recommended that the administration of the Shenango Area School District be directed to comply with the applicable provisions of the voluntary separation agreement and release on a date set forth in the agreement.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Martin, second by Mrs. Polkovich. Would you take roll?
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mrs. Polkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Senko?
Yes.
Mr. Manolis?
Yes.
Mr. Angelucci?
Yes.
Mr. Biasucci?
Yes.
Mr. Gause?
Yes.
Mr. Glass?
Yes.
Mr. Burek?
Yes. Interim Superintendent, it's recommended a change in status be approved for Dr. Michael L. Schreck from Assistant Superintendent to Interim Superintendent effective April 10th, 2012, pending the hiring of a full-time superintendent with no change in compensation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Glass, second by Mr. Martin. Would you take roll?
Mr. Glass?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Senko?
Yes.
Mr. Gause?
Yes.
Mrs. Polkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Biasucci?
Yes.
Mr. Angelucci?
Yes.
Mr. Manolis?
Yes.
Mr. Burek?
Yes. I'd just like to say something to clear up any questions anybody may have in the future. We intend on making Dr. Schreck our permanent superintendent. We will eliminate the assistant superintendent position, so that will be a considerable savings to the district in the long term. So we will go with one superintendent. Okay, collective bargaining agreement. It's recommended the collective bargaining agreement between the Shenango Area School District and the Shenango Area Education Association be effective September 1st, 2012 through August 31st, 2016 be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Glass, second by Mr. Martin. Would you take roll?
Mr. Glass?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Senko?
Yes.
Mr. Gause?
Yes.
Mrs. Polkovich?
Yes.
Mr. Angelucci?
Yes.
Mr. Manolis?
Yes.
Mr. Biasucci?
Yes.
Mr. Burek?
Yes. I'd like to thank our teachers. We sat in for negotiations with the teachers for the past several months. It was a very upfront and pleasant experience. They have worked with us very well, and I'd really like to commend them for the contract that they've agreed to. It includes our freeze for the first year completely, and very minimal raises after that. So I just want to thank you guys and tell you how much we appreciate it.